From the moment we're born, we instinctively want to breathe. It's natural, it's what keeps us alive. But some people can't even take that for granted. I know about this because I'm asthmatic. When I had an attack, it was one of the most terrifying moments of my life. I got very frightened. I was in a crowded street and I started to panic, and that's the worst thing you can do. Now, actually, it's fine now. It's controlled by medicine, and as long as I do what the doctors tell me, it's not a problem. But nearly 5.5 million people suffer from asthma in the UK alone. And 250,000 have severe asthma, like 33-year-old Stacian.
From the age of 6, I really loved dancing. I really loved it. When I was diagnosed, that's when everything stopped.
Age 10, asthma changed Stacian's life completely.
I wasn't allowed to play out with the kids anymore, like sports. I had to limit everything I was doing. It was really frustrating as a child. I just keep saying, I want to be normal. Why can't I run like my brothers and sisters?
Stacian's family had no choice but to restrict her, as even limited exercise led to attacks.
Everything was affecting me. Hay fever, strong smelling chemicals. I was having hospital admissions 3-4 times a week.
2 years ago, her attacks had become so serious that her consultant felt it was time to break some very difficult news.
I was told that the hospital couldn't do anything for me and I was going to die. Any minute, your next attack will definitely kill you. At that point, I was thinking of my dad. He died at the age of 26 of asthma, and I started having flashbacks of when my dad used to lift me and, play games with me, and I could hear him wheezing and struggling. And then I just started breaking down. I did not want to die because I haven't even enjoyed my life.
For some people, asthma can be a real burden. That's why I'm appealing on behalf of Asthma UK, a leading charity that funds groundbreaking research hoping to find a cure, but also helps sufferers on a daily basis handle their condition. Now, this work is absolutely vital because every single day in the UK alone, 3 people die from asthma. This is Annette. Her daughter Sophie was diagnosed with asthma when she was a young child, but with medication she coped fine.
Always had lots of friends knocking on the door for her. Loved to play out. She just lived life to the full.
But when the family moved to a more rural area, everything changed.
Sophie deteriorated quite rapidly. She was going to the hospital a lot more. It was just so hard to see her struggling for air in some ways and struggling to breathe. I can't believe how much pain or anything that she must have been in, but she would never tell us. She always said, "I'm okay."
Sophie's attacks were landing her in hospital much more frequently, but nothing could have prepared the family for what would happen next. Aged 9, Sophie had her final asthma attack. It was sudden, and all attempts to revive her failed.
We never in a million years thought she would ever die from the asthma, and certainly not at 9 years of age. We would have hoped that if she was, it would have took her a lot later on in life rather than so young.
Nothing could ever bring back a loved one. But I do believe that in future it should be possible to save mothers like Annette from experiencing such a devastating loss. But that'll only happen if we can properly understand the root causes of this all too common condition. Thankfully, Asthma UK are funding research in laboratories like this at the MRC Asthma UK's centre, where scientists are dedicating themselves to unravelling the mysteries of asthma and finding new and more effective treatments.
I've been in asthma research for about 20 years, and whilst there's been a very slow but steady accumulation of knowledge during that period, I think we're at a really exciting time at the moment. And I think over the next 10 years, people will discover all sorts of things about why people get asthma, and we'll be able to design new treatments that are life-changing for people with asthma. But you get to a certain point where you need another injection of money to be able to translate that into new therapies, and that's what we really need now.
Annette and her family had to come to terms with Sophie's death, but the shadow that asthma had cast over their lives hasn't moved away.
About 2 years ago, our daughter Leah came in and there was a bit of a wheeze, and it took us by surprise really. All I could think of was, oh no, please, I hope it's just an infection or something.
Doctors ran tests and confirmed that Leah had asthma too.
I was absolutely devastated, thinking, oh no, could it happen again?
Annette got in touch with Asthma UK and is now able to draw on their wealth of knowledge about how to manage Leah's condition.
Asthma UK has really helped us over the last few months, especially when we found their social media site through Facebook, which will tell you how to manage your asthma if you think your asthma's not in control. Leah has found that really helpful to explain to her that what happened to Sophie isn't going to happen to everybody.
For Stacian, asthma was so debilitating she was making funeral arrangements in her 20s. But then she was thrown a lifeline. A new drug that researchers had been developing in the lab was made available to certain patients.
Before I couldn't do normal activities of daily living, but then I could walk to the bus stop. I could get up and I could cook. To me, research is really important, because if it wasn't for research, finding this new treatment, Xolair, I would not be here today.
The drug Xolair isn't a cure and doesn't work for everyone, but it has brought Stacian back from the brink.
It might take years, I might never live to see it, but research might make a difference to someone's life where they don't need to go through what I'm going through today.
250,000 people in the UK have asthma so severe that current treatments can't help them. Asthma research can give these people hope for the future by searching for new treatments that could give them a good quality of life, free from the fear of dying in the next attack. With your help, it can. Please donate by going to the website asthma.org.uk/lifeline or by calling 0800 121 6255. Or if you'd like to post a donation, please make your cheque payable to Asthma UK and send it to Asthma UK, Summit House, 70 Wilson Street, London EC2A 2DB. And if you want the charity to claim gift aid on your donation, please include an email or postal address so that they can send you a gift aid form. Thank you.